Hello and welcome to another episode of our Ask an Arborist series where we answer your questions about trees in the city of Seattle. My name is Charlie and I work at Forterra where I partner with the city to coordinate their Tree Ambassador program. We work with residents to care for, learn about, and appreciate our trees that grow in our urban forest. Today I am joined by one of my colleagues.
Hi, my name is Heidi. I'm an arboriculturalist with Seattle City Light.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today, Heidi. Now, I understand it's a little windy where you are right now, so we might be hearing some of that noise coming from your end. So let's get started with our question. This question comes from Justin, who lives in West Seattle. Justin asks, the trees in front of my yard are growing up into the power lines, and it seems dangerous. Is that my responsibility? What should I do? Any advice, Heidi?
That's a great question, Justin. Trees growing into power lines can be dangerous. A tree branch touching a power line can become energized. That can go down to the trunk and hit the ground around it. A broken branch can cause a power outage. So we definitely don't want you taking care of it. We want you to call City Light if you see anything like that, where we can have someone who's trained in power line assessment to make sure that there isn't a safety issue. And you should stay far away from anything that you see that could be a danger. Our crews do go through our service territory every 4.5 years and prune trees back from power lines and power assets. We don't prune away from the lowest lines on utility poles. The low heavy lines are usually communication and cable lines.
So, like Justin, I also have power lines near my house with trees growing next to them. And so what I'm hearing from you is that every 4.5 years, someone from City Light will come out and check to make sure that there is clearance next to those power lines?
That's right. We look at every tree in our system, which is about 1,700 miles every 4.5 years, to make sure there isn't a tree and power line conflict.
So then what happens if there is a tree branch or a tree growing within 10 feet of those power lines and there is that conflict?
Our ISA certified lead tree contractors will come out and prune those trees away from power lines in different circuits throughout the city. Okay,
so what if a resident is concerned that somebody might come out to prune the tree and might harm the tree?
That's a good question. We always appreciate it when people are concerned about their trees. At City Light, as I mentioned, each of the crew leads, contractors that work on our trees, are ISA certified. That's International Society of Arboriculture, and they are versed in the ISA's best management practices for utility pruning of trees. Utility pruning looks a little different than regular pruning because we are trying to make the trees far enough away from the lines to keep them safe, but we do prune according to the best available science that the ISA has let us know about through their best management practices.
Well, this has been really great information to learn about, Heidi. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about this. I will provide a phone number that folks can call if they have any immediate concerns about a tree power line conflict. I'll also provide a link to the vegetation management website where folks can find more information about what we've been talking about today. I also really want to thank Justin for your wonderful question. If any of you have a question for a future episode, please email us at treeambassador@seattle.gov. Also recommend checking out our website where you can find about how you can get a free tree for your yard from our Trees for Neighborhood program. You can find a tree walk in your neighborhood, or you can learn about how you can become a tree ambassador yourself. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you all out there in our urban forests.
Thank you.